Hey there, it's Jared once again with Backwoods Animation, and today I've got a tutorial on character animation.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
The first thing you want to do is import your dialogue or narration or whatever you're using to act with. I've got a little quote here from Step Brothers. Let's listen to it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
All right, so that's what I'm going to be using, and we're going to jump right into it. Now, this is a brand new character for me. I just finished rigging it, and I barely have really touched the surface on animating it. So when we jump into it, we'll get to see some of my flaws. Hopefully there's not too many. That's typically my process, is once I've created a character, I get to see where I went wrong through animating it. So hopefully it's not too strenuous, and I'm not fixing too many problems, but I'm excited because we get to reveal how it works together. So this character's got a few functions that are just basic. So he's got hip movements, which affect the hip. He's got shoulder movements, which affect the shoulder and head. He's also got shoulder movements individually, so he can raise and lower each shoulder as he needs. And another thing is I used joysticks and sliders, so I've got this cool fake 3D rotation going on. So again, this is still 2D, just mimicking 3D. And I also have some within the body as well. So you might see the shoulders are moving with this rotation as well. And that's just something I did within the joystick and sliders composition for the body. So this just gives me a little bit more of a easy way of animating the body and the trunk rotation. And I'm sure this is raising way more questions than I have time to address right now. But if you want me to address these shoulder rotations, I can show you that in a different tutorial. It gets a little bit involved just to say, oh, parent this to parent that. So it would need a little more explanation. And you also see that I have basically two sets of arms. One set of arms behind the body and one set of arms in front. And then I just use these little check expressions to turn the opacity on or off. And that reveals the arm in front or the arm behind. So these are the core functions of the body, and I'm gonna jump into the animation now. So right off the bat, I'm gonna look at my dialogue. So I've got about 1 second here where he addresses the first part of his narration. So right here at keyframe 0 or 1, I'm gonna take all the parts that are gonna be moving. We've got hands, shoulders, heads, and we'll do I'm not gonna do the shoulders just yet. All right. And then I'm gonna hit P. And then everything that has a rotation, you're gonna grab, hold Shift, R, and then we're gonna keyframe the rotation. So now with everything keyframed on frame 1, we'll go forward to about 1 second, and we're gonna set up our next pose. So everything I do is pose to pose. I don't think through the timing in between the poses. So there's not going to be a lot of keyframes here, 5, 10, 15, 20 frames. I'm really only going to have 2 sets of keyframes, pose 1, and then right here at second 1, pose 2. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. So we're going to pretend like he's at a bar, right? He's talking about beer. So he's going to lean over to his left, almost like he's talking to somebody at the bar. So then we're going to rotate these things I'll bring this hand up. And then the head, I'll rotate over and up. And then this hand, let's see, where are we at? Maybe right here, we'll keyframe up to the shoulder. I'll rotate it up a little bit. And that brings us to our next point. For the hand, because we're going to be switching the IK of the elbow, you want to come back to keyframe 1. We're going to check the stopwatch to get a keyframe. And then right here at 15, we're going to come and turn it off. And that throws it out of whack. We'll adjust it again to where it's elbows down. It looks natural. And then right here at 1 second, we'll pull the arm out, almost like he's gesturing to somebody. Hey, I remember my first beer. And we'll do like palm up. All right, and then if we play it, what does it look like?
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
Well, it looks terrible. Here's how we're going to fix that. What we're going to do is we're going to select all of our keyframes that we just created, minus these 2 boxes. Make sure you don't select the square check marks. Okay. And then once we've got all of our keyframes selected, hit F9, and we'll come into our graph editor. And then here on the graph editor, we'll select them. And we're going to crunch these in. But make sure that you stay on your timeline. Make sure it doesn't pull up like that. So stay down, nice and locked in. And then we're going to select this side of the curves, and we're going to crunch these in. Now I'm going to have to go back and kind of adjust something within the arm. So right here on this hand, we'll hit position and rotation. Because this is a little different, I'm going to come here to the center keyframe. I want this to be the fastest point. So I'm going to crunch all of my curve right here so it looks like a half pipe coming into this one. And then on the back end, we're going to do the same thing. Sorry, on the back end, we're going to pull these all the way over, and we'll make sure that these ease in. Okay, so let's just see what we've got right now.
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
It's starting to look a lot better. The timing feels a little better. We could maybe have the arc really hit like right here, because right now it's hitting here. So the way to do that is we could simply pull these keyframes over, and we'll just move this over. Okay. The next thing we want to do, now that we have keyframes 1 and keyframes 2, most everything in the body is not linear. You know, we have all these joints that kind of pivot and rotate. So we're going to just drop everything down, almost like he drops into position and then he launches himself up into speaking. Okay, we're going to see what happens when we watch it again. And then with the head has a lot of movement. So we can get away with pulling it down pretty far. And in fact, that's what I like to do with the head, is that it can almost drop really far down and then he shoots up. So let's see what we're working with the body now. Okay, that gives a little more range. Makes
That's
it
cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
okay, not too bad. The head movement, I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. And here we can start to kind of offset a few things. So we'll say that the hips, or I have it called body, is gonna start first. Then the shoulders will offset by like 1 frame. And then the head will offset by 2 frames. So it goes like a tiered progression. And then I want the head to actually maybe offset a little bit more too. And we can even offset rotations just by like 1 frame from their positions. Now this is going to throw the hand out of place too. Maybe not. I guess it... All right, let's see what it looks like.
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
Okay, not too bad. Let me look at this hand here. I think this hand's maybe spiking a little too quickly. Can even pull it out a little bit.
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
I forgot to animate the body too. So I want the body to move a little bit this way. What do you think? Should we go up? Maybe down? No, we'll go up with it. Okay. And now the same thing. We've got to crunch these in because we want it to have a nice flow, a nice rhythm to it. And again, we can also adjust the curve here.
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
Okay, that's looking pretty good. And I have, let me see what it looks like, but I have the ability to rotate the hand. So I'm going to take that opportunity and I'm going to rotate it. Now, if you don't have this option, maybe just create a different hand set so that it switches somewhere in this really fast movement so you don't see it. But I can rotate, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna have it crunch really sharply in the center here. So hit, boom. Actually, I think I want it to switch like right here. So let's see what this looks like.
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
All right, that's looking pretty good. There's a little pop here in the elbow that I don't like. And you can see it, the elbow comes up and then all of a sudden drops in sharply and then moves out again. The way to fix that is we're gonna come to the hand and we're gonna adjust all these curves and we'll see what we can come up with. So the elbow comes up and then pops in. So we want the elbow from this keyframe to this point to look very similar. Oops. So if you hold Alt, you can move your your little curve point. Let's see if that adjusted it. It looks better already.
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
All right, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. I'm just trying to be quick here. So we can have him hold it, this pose, and then right when he starts his dialogue, I think I'll have him settle back the way he came, and then he's gonna do a little pop up.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember.
Okay, I actually think I might pull these keyframes out just a little bit so that we can have, because we don't want, you can have the movement be relatively quick, but if we don't need it to be quick, there's nothing wrong with giving a little more time to settle in and ease into all these spots. And that's going to throw this off, which is okay because it's set up pretty easily to adjust. So now in this keyframe, we're just going to find where it settles in good. There we go. All right, so now we'll watch it again. I spend a lot of time watching and rewatching. Probably too much time, but I want it to be perfect, you know?
That's cute. I remember when I had. That's cute.
Okay, that's good enough. So then if we come back here.
That's cute. I remember when I had my.
I think right around this point, there's going to be two more punctuations that happen. So one where he settles back the way he came, and then one final quick one where he says beer, and he kind of like pops up. So right around here, we're going to have him pull back, and maybe we'll pull it back a little bit off from where the original keyframe point was. And we'll pull this arm over. Pull the body over. Pull this in or down. And I'll have him, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe we'll have him go back to center frame. Sure, why not? That looks good. I don't know about this hand though. Maybe we'll leave the hand out and just drop it down. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. So now that we've got pose 3, so we have pose 1 here at frame 0, and then right around second 1, we have pose 2, and right here, about a second later, we have pose 3. So what we do is we're going to come back to all of our controls. Holding Alt, we're going to pull down our little guys, because we want to have these nice good arcs to everything that we do. And it really just becomes your discretion whether you go up or down. It's whatever looks the best and feels the best to you. Typically I go down. I go down with my controls because of gravity. You know, typically when our bodies move, we go down rather than up because of gravity. So I'm going to do the same. Physics still apply with an animation. And then this hand, maybe we'll pull it around. Yeah. In this hand, we'll pull it down. Okay. And we're gonna grab these because our timing, or not our timing, but our curves are gonna probably be a little wacky. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these out. We're gonna push these in. And again, we're trying to get that nice arc. And we want this arc to happen somewhere in a peak of dialogue. And it looks like there's a peak right here, so maybe it'll be a long, drawn out pull over. And right there, you see how our peak hits right there? Let's see what happens. And you see how he's holding on that pose? It's because we have this really long valley there within our curves. And that's what you want. It's a nice ease in and ease out.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Okay, that looks great. I'm really happy with that. And now we're just going to do a pop-up when he says beer. Okay. And so for this one, we're going to find where he says beer, which is like right here. And we'll go, I'm going to pull it over like this because I want it to kind of be a loop almost. So I'm going to ease in to, I'm going to ease into the original keyframe that we had. That way it just kind of loops and it looks natural. Okay, that looks pretty good. And this will follow. Okay, and again, we want it to, if you can't find your little curve, you can grab this tool and then hit V and we'll just close this one down again. Okay. And right now I'm just going to focus on the body dynamics. I'm not going to worry about the hands just yet. So I'll come here and I want him to, well, how do I want it? I want it to pop in kind of quickly. So there's going to be another valley over here. So it's going to spike and then settle. Beer, boom. And then it's going to drop down kind of quickly. And the way that we'll do this is we'll just take our last keyframe, or our very first keyframes, and paste them at the end. So that everything is where it needs to be for our loop. All right. And the head we're gonna pop up because he's like saying beer. We'll pop this body up too. And then we'll offset that wiggle and you'll see what's gonna happen. Boom. Boom. Okay, so then we'll grab all these final keyframes, come back in, and we want to make sure that if we have that nice spike here, I'm actually going to line up everything so it looks clean. And this, where are these from? Aha. All right. Okay, so we'll come here to the center. We'll spike all the way over there, and then we'll spike all the way over there. Okay. And then we're gonna adjust some other things, like this hand is not doing well. I don't know what's going on there. But now we're gonna start fine-tuning some stuff. Let's see what we got.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Okay. It doesn't really feel like he jumps up and says beer, so I think it's because this is taking too long, maybe. So we'll pull these in. I'll pull these in. And let's look at this again. So it kind of pops up, beer. Maybe we can have him settle in a little bit quicker. Beer. Okay. And then I'm going to come here and I'm just going to look at things like the head. So when his body pops up, his head is moving up really quick with it. We want it to kind of go down first. So I'm going to take this, pull it down. I'm actually going to offset the head by 2 maybe. Okay, that looks good. I want to do the same thing with the body. I want it to drop down before it goes up. So we'll come here. Where are we? Right there. And drop that one down. Let's curve this one around.
First beat.
Okay, the head.
First beer.
Not too bad. Maybe we'll soften the body movement a little bit so it's not so jerky.
First beer.
Okay, and I want to offset this too.
First beer.
Okay. Let's spike it. And so at this point, it just becomes a lot of tweaking things to be more precise. So we'll just say that this body is looking good. Now I'm going to focus on this.
My first beer.
I'm going to focus on this hand. It's not looking good. So how do we fix it? Well, for starters, this needs to stay over here for a second. And the question is, do I want it? I'm just going to have it drop. So instead of coming back around this way and down, I'm just going to have it come straight down. Okay, so how do we do that? What do we want to do? So I'm going to come here and look at, not that one. Position. I guess I don't have, there it is. I'm going to have it drop down. And I want to have it extend. So maybe like right around here, extend all the way open. And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to turn this on so that as it hits, boom, it goes right back to where it came from. But our rotation is looking kind of funky. So what we're going to do is it goes backwards one. So we want to rotate it. Oops. We want to rotate it, 1 degree. So it should just swing down. Okay, now let's see what that rhythm looks like. We could add a little spike to it. Okay. And then this hand I think is fine. Let's just see what we're working with here.
My first beer, my first beer, my first beer, my first beer.
Not too bad. I'm gonna offset this hand so it's not moving quite like that. I don't want to push this over. Okay, let's watch that.
My first beer, my first beer, my first beer.
Okay, not too bad, but you can see we now need to adjust our elbow. So we'll have it pop right there, boom. And then the hand rotation for me, where is it, right there? I'm gonna offset this. We need to get that sharp crunch. What? Where is? Oh, that was weird. Got to get that sharp crunch over here.
My first beer, my first beer, my first beer, my first beer, my first beer.
All right. I think that's about it. So let's watch the whole thing. And so that's basically how I animate, is I go pose to pose and I adjust the curve editor, which gives me my timing, and then I adjust my arcs with the null objects.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute.
All right, not too bad. I think the hand, it maybe settles in a little too slowly. So maybe what I'll do is I'd pull this in so that it hits a lot harder. I'll have this rotate. I don't like how slowly that rotates either, so I'll pull these in. Whoops. And that might mess up No, I guess not.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Okay, it looks good. Another thing, the hands are very expressive, and I want him, before it drops, I want his hand to pop up, almost like you know, yeah, I want his hand to kind of pop up like he's emphasizing. Boom. Okay. And now we've got some pretty wacky stuff happening, so I'm just going to close it all down. And we'll look at this one. There we go. Yeah, it looks good enough. Okay, I'm gonna offset the hand rotation by 1. And let's look at this position. Remember when I had my first. Oh, you know what? That's not quite what I wanted to do. So we'll pull these in. Forgot that he's got a movement right here, which will pull the hand back. And this one will come up. Oops. All right, let's see what we're working with here. All right, I think this maybe comes out a little too far. Just want it to go straight up. And he needs to have this extend out. All right, I don't know what it's gonna look like, but let's see.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
All right, so what I see is that it pops over too quick right here. Shrink. It happens a little too quickly. All right, because the movement really happens closer over here. And then there's some hand rotation things. So a lot of this I probably shouldn't have wasted your time with. But just in case you were wondering, here it is. So we're going to have it drop. Nope, that's the head. What am I doing? Where's my hand? There it is. All right, let's just watch, and maybe we'll be done with it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
All right, not too bad. There's a little pop in the rotation that I dislike right there. And what I'm going to do instead is I want it to rotate upward a little more. And as it comes up, right, as it moves up quickly, we're going to rotate it down. And then it will pop up into place. Okay. But these are looking funky because we need to adjust the timing. So it's going to slowly ease into this transition here where it pops quickly. Pop. And I think I'll have it pop up quickly as well. Okay, and then one last final thing. I think I'll do lip sync right now. I'll just get that out of the way real quick. And I'll also do some eye movement too.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute.
So eye movement, I have mine eyebrows, eyes, mouth. So we'll come here, hit P. Move him over like he's looking at somebody. As he pulls back this way, he blinks. I like to have about 4 frames on my eye movements. Maybe I'll move them on that side. And then as he settles back into position, we'll go back to frame 1. Select your keyframes there, and you don't want them to look like this. We're going to crunch these in really sharply. Okay, so that's your eye movement. Next, I'm going to do some mouth movement. So I'm going to take my dialogue and put it just above my mouth. Hit P so I can see what's going on here. And then if you hold Control and scrub, you can kind of listen. So I'm just going to do this section first, hit N, and then we'll wrap it up with the last keyframe, which was the first one. And then we'll select all the position. hit F9, and we're going to cram these all the way over to one side.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer. That's cute.
Thanks for watching. As always, feel free to like, subscribe, and let me know if you have questions. And thanks for watching.